the question du jour is, does Caitlin Clark benefit from being white? And the answer is yes. Yes, you heard right. Caitlin benefits from being white, but it's not white privilege. Oh yeah. I know you must be asking, is there a difference? Yes, there is a difference. Um, a white person, okay, can benefit from something for being white, okay? At the same time, a black person can benefit as well from the exact same thing for the fact that they are black. Okay, so you will understand that you will understand what I'm talking about later in the video. Okay, as for benefiting from white privilege, it's when non-white folks cannot benefit of the same thing white people benefit from. Okay, that is when it is white privilege. When Sonny said that Caitlin benefits for being white, I agree with her, but not for the same reasoning. Okay, I it's for different reason. Now let's watch the clips, a few clips, and I will give you my commentary after. Okay, so let's watch.
Jemele Hill compares Clark to Steph Curry for being relatable to fans, but claims the fact that she's a straight white woman plays a big role in the hype around her. It's not the numbers that she puts on the scoreboard. So I want to point something out. She is the NCAA's all-time leading scorer of men and women. In February, she broke the women's record. In March, she broke Pistol Pete Maravich's 3,667 point record. She's had more 30-point games than anyone in the past 25 years.
Yeah.
Okay?
Amazing.
She holds a single season 3-point record for women. She's the Big Ten's all-time leader in assists. Now, listen, you know, when people say stuff like that, that's like people saying, oh, you only got into this Ivy League college because you're black, or you only got this because of this. This girl earned this.
Clark in transition. Yes. She's Diana Taurasi. She's Steph Curry. She's insert great shooter.
You know, I've been a basketball fan since I can remember. I played basketball with my dad in Harlem when I was 5 years old. So I remember loving the game, and the game not necessarily.
Let it be known that I don't watch basketball. I don't watch any sport. And even less female sports. Sorry, it's the truth. The only sport that I watch, it's football. And no, I'm not talking about American football. I'm talking about the real football. You know, the Ronaldo football, the Messi football. That's the football that I watch. Only when the World Cup is on. Okay. So let's continue watching.
Loving women back, right?
At all.
At all. And the WNBA started in 1996. First games played in 1997. It's 2024, and we're just really now talking about it. And so if Caitlin Clark is the vehicle that will bring this sport that I have loved so much and so long to little 5-year-old girls playing in Harlem, I say yes, bravo. I have no problem with that. With that being said, I do think that there is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to
In this case, I don't believe the white privilege applies. Yeah.
Acknowledge that. And so part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why did she have to go to play in
Because
Russia?
they wouldn't pay
Because
her.
they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay, not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of
Whoopi is not letting her getting away with the risk card. Whoopi is out to freaking cut that card and throw it at sea. That's what Whoopi is in the business for, to cut that freaking card. Let's continue watching.
my point. So now, Caitlin Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community. And we have to do something about that stigma in this country. I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbians.
Do they, I don't know, do they have a sign that says, hey, lesbian here? I don't know how anyone would know if they don't come out and say, hey, I'm lesbian. Okay, anyhow, let's continue.
Growth in the WNBA comparatively to the exponential growth we are seeing now. And I'm about to tell y'all I haven't heard before, so I doubt you have either. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year. Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What Caitlin Clark has done is grown the WNBA exponentially. She did in 5 weeks what would have taken 5 years.
Exactly. Okay, now, let me explain where I agree with Sonny. Although our definition is different, but I do agree with when she said her fame is due to her fame is due to the fact that she's white, she's more relatable. Okay, and I'm gonna explain why there is some truth to it. How does Caitlin being white help her? Well, let me explain. Anytime, okay, someone comes along in a sport that is dominated by the other race, okay, that someone excels in that sport, you better believe they are going to hype that person, praise them, and talk about them ad nauseam. Okay, Caitlin is a white woman breaking records in a sport dominated by black women, so people love that. Okay, they
did in 5 weeks
love
what would have taken 5 years.
Just like Simone Biles has been hyped for dominating a majority white sport, okay? You have Piquet Subban, who excelled in hockey, a white sport, was just as hyped. You have Jackie Robinson in baseball, a white sport, was hyped even during sheer racism.
The real truth is that on a day, nobody would
Serena
really
Williams,
match Serena.
the Williams
American
sisters
aged like
in
fine
tennis,
wine and won 10
a
of her
white
23 Grand Slams
sport
after turning 30. She held all 4 majors twice
hyped.
between 2002
You know,
to 2003
you see the
and
trend?
2014 to 2015.
You cannot say that part of the hype they received wasn't because they were black. Black folks dominating, excelling in white sports. Okay, people love a good underdog story. When someone who would normally be that good, given that it isn't really their area, okay, comes along, breaks all barriers, okay, and kicks everyone's behind. Most people love it and will elevate you. So it's no different for Caitlin. Okay, can you say all of it it's because she's white? No, her talent is account for 80% of it, okay? But a good 20%, you can say, is the fact that she's white. And it goes for all the grades I mentioned before, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. So there you have it, my darlings. That's all I had to say in the matter, okay? Let me know in the comment section below if you agree or disagree with my assessment. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, be safe. Ciao.